Good morning, it's Tracy from Simpson Hill Farm out here on a very cold and wet day. It's only about maybe 11, 10 degrees, raining all day, really kind of a miserable day. So I'm outside giving you a little bit of an update. You can see here's one of my beds. This bed I think had spinach in it a while back and it wasn't so happy because we actually had some hot weather and now it's gone cold. So I put in things from the brassica family. So we have collards, we have cabbage, we have broccoli and cauliflower. And I recently put in, because we did actually have frost just a few weeks ago, so I held off, but I've got some, let me see if I can show you. Those are going to be cucumbers, and we do have, oops, there's one, a zucchini. This is the yellow zucchini in here, and I think some type of squash, but I forgot to mark down which type it is. Very typical of me, so it'll be a surprise. And this bed, we've got more brassicas, and this bed will have a different type of cucumber. Those are called Seacom cucumbers, and they're big and brown, so that'll be interesting. And in this bed I've put more of the green zucchini, but they're very tiny, so we'll look at them later. Now this bed did have peas in it, and I flipped it and now have full of beans. And you can see they're starting to get their flowers, but they're not ready yet. I'm not so sure about the yellowing. Beans should be able to get their own nitrogen, and certainly I've added plenty of fertilizer and compost, so it should kick in. It might still be just because it's just been flipped. We've just put them in as seedlings, started seedlings, so maybe they just haven't found their roots yet. And over here was a bed of peas as well, and you can see we also have yet again a third type of cucumber, that's sweeter yet cucumber, just the regular salad eating ones. And since we just recently added, you can see the difference in the size of these brassicas. But they're coming along. They've found their feet and they're moving along nicely. Don't worry too much about all the weeds. I certainly don't. Don't have time. Don't worry about them. It all makes for a fun ecology. And over in this bed, you can see we have the corn. I had some leftover, a small amount of leftover corn seed. Thought I'd throw it in. And it's also with the brassicas. Going quite nicely. They would all love a little bit more sunshine. And you can see, maybe I'll step in a little closer. Lots of raspberries. Who would also like more sunshine? So hopefully we can get some this week and I can get them out to some customers. Hey, what's that? Someone ate a few raspberries. Wasn't me. Probably that family of chipmunks. So this is the behind the wood shed gardens. Right here is a fall raspberry that is yellow. Sadly, they got a little squish from the wood pile falling over, but they are still producing. They'll just be harder to find them. You can see the other raspberries down there. There's a few that are red, not too many. Hopefully we'll get a few more coming. All in there, and yes, I know it's weedy, but all in there is the garlic. They're waiting for sunnier times to be harvested. I might start taking some now. The only problem with that is that you'd have to use it right away. It won't be good for storage because it needs those leaves to dry up and to form a bit of a paper husk. That's actually coming from the leaves. But if you use it up right away, that's not a problem. This bed is all full of potatoes. I think there's probably new potatoes in there, so I might start picking a few of those. And over here we have yet more brassicas. Thank goodness we did do a lot of brassicas. We did last year as well. We do every year. This depends on the year, what type of weather you get and what's going to like that type of weather. So again, more collards, kale, we have a few broccoli and cauliflower all in this bed. I'll just spend a few quick minutes inside the hoop house, number one. You can see these used to have a lot of lettuce and onions, and we've picked those and we've put in Swiss chard, basil, and more celery. Let's come over here. These are not super tiny corn. That's good. They are the miniature corn. We'll see how that works. They seem to enjoy the hoop house. These are the type that you can eat really, really tiny, and they're usually used in stir fries. You can see some of them didn't come up, or else they did and they got crowded out. I'm not sure what's going on there. You can see we have yet another cucumber right there in the middle. That is a lemon cucumber. Hopefully they'll do well. We have another row of beans, and we also have peppers in here. These are Doe Hill peppers from the States, and they're grown, I think, in the Appalachian Mountains. So hopefully they'll do well in this type of weather. More basil and celery. And we're just starting to head up for the cabbage and cauliflower and some more broccoli. That was planted first thing in the spring, well, second crop, I guess, in the spring, because we did have a lot of spinach in these beds as well. So that's like, I don't know, second or third crop. And those peppers over there are not as happy. Not sure why. They are the heat lovers, the jalapenos, the wax peppers, cayennes. They're not as happy. They would probably appreciate a lot more warmth. Yellow bells over there are looking okay though. And we have some more herbs growing in here, some parsley. A few more onions. They're pretty well on their way out, and we'll pop other things in there as well. And here is, I think, about a fourth cucumber. There's not too many left. I started these and we had the wild swings in temperatures and they just didn't survive. But these are the mini white cucumbers. So we'll see. I have started more. We'll add to it and we'll see if they're going to be happy or not.